fluorescent light bulbs. First of all, the gas in them is not real good for you, but the glass is so super thin, it's like razor knives. Like
Mm.
it's sharp as shit. I didn't even know I was hurt at the time. So I take my left hand, right? And I
Uh-huh.
put it up on the top of my head and I'm feeling the back of my head. I'm like, holy shit, fucking shit just hit me on the back of the head. And I pull my hand down and my hand's covered in blood. I
Mm.
mean, covered in blood. So I'm like, holy shit. So I put my right hand up here and I start rubbing the back of my head. This is when I had hair, by the way.
Oh, you had
Yeah,
hair at some point?
yeah, at
That's
some
weird.
point, yeah. So I'm rubbing the back of my head with my right hand and I pull my hand down. There's no blood. And I'm like, well, that's weird. What the fuck's going on around here? So I take my left hand, put it back up there. Even more blood. Put my right hand up there.
No
No
blood.
blood. And then it
So,
dawns on me, my fucking left hand is half cut to pieces because the glass was so sharp I didn't even feel it. It cut a chunk out of my thumb, like the right above the knuckle of my thumb. I still got the scar.
mm,
So me being the prick I am, I go to the warehouse manager. His name is Mike. I think
mm.
his name is Mike. And I go, hey Mike, I got a problem. And he was super busy. It's right around the holidays. So we're getting tons of trucks and shit like that. You know, they're dropping off deliveries after delivery after delivery. And he's
Hmm.
like, man, I ain't got time for this. I said, bro, I need a hand. He goes, I don't have time for this. I said, hey, I fucking need a hand. And I'm holding my bloody hand in the air. And he turns around and sees it and he turns pale white. He's like, holy shit, holy shit. He loses his shit. He's like, what happened? I said a light bulb broke over my head and I figure it cut my thumb up pretty bad. And he was like, holy shit. He's like freaking out. And then he realizes that I'm 17 years old. So he takes me, like he wraps it, grabs it up with all this fucking shit. And he takes me to the main office where you check in and check out, where all the bosses are and stuff.
Hmm.
And 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 they're like, "What happened?" I said, "Well, I was doing the trash like y'all told me to do, and then I busted a light, and then busted over my head. And now I got a problem with my hand." They kept me there for like an hour, and they were like, "You need to sign this waiver saying you're not going to sue us." I was like, "Sue you? I never even thought about suing you because I'm 17 years old. I don't know there's laws. I don't know the
Yeah.
rules. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be back there. They told me to do it. I fucking went and did it. Like."
Hmm.
Things were different in the fucking 80s, bro. They're not like they are now. Kids are like,
Uh,
you want me to do dishes? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like,
hey, you could
no,
have gotten paid for the rest of your life, though.
I could have
Well,
sued them for
until AIM shut
everything.
down.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd have got a pretty nice settlement out of it, but I didn't think about it, and I'm not a suing guy. Like,
Yeah, no.
I fucked up. I slid that pole through my hands too fast. I hit the light. It ain't nobody's fault but my own.
Yeah, that is true. I've always thought about that. Like the people who go to like McDonald's and stuff and they order
Yeah,
hot coffee and then they
yeah,
spill the coffee on themselves and then they're like,
yeah.
"Oh my God, you need to pay
Right.
me."
And then they want to sue McDonald's. Motherfucker, did you want your coffee cold? Then ask for an iced coffee. If you don't ask for an iced coffee, pretty much it's going to burn the roof of your mouth. It's just like eating pizza. There's a
You
97% chance if you grab that pizza as soon as they slap it on your table, it is going to burn the roof of your mouth and you're going to get that blister up there. You
I
know what
mean
I'm talking about. You've been there.
it's like you shouldn't be able to sue on like not having common sense. I feel like
I
that should be a
agree.
rule. I feel
Well,
like
you know,
you should have to have a like there should be a legal term for common sense where they're like, hey, that just doesn't work because any normal human would assume this. You're just using your dumbness to your advantage. That's not that
and,
we're throwing
well,
this case out.
I mean, we're talking about the 80s.
Mm.
Go on YouTube and watch a couple of videos about the kids in the 80s. There were no warning labels. We had slides made out of metal that burnt your fucking skin off your ass when you
I
were
rem-
trying to slide down them.
I
We had
remember. Do
these
you remember
spinning
those
things, the
ones?
merry-go-round things. You spin around on these merry-go-round things, and the goal was to fly the weakest kid off of it and watch him bounce down the fucking road. There were no limits. There were no rules. It was survival of the fittest. If you're too stupid to protect yourself, and understand that you might physically be in trouble, let God sort it out. That's what I say. Like God, we don't need you. We don't like. Come on, you can't
What
be
was that?
suing people because you. Go ahead.
What was that place? that you took me and Trey. Trey used to play baseball there, and they had the metal slides.
The Delta, Pennsylvania,
Oh
the
my
Delta
gosh.
baseball field. Yes,
Terrible. Terrible.
that's
Hated that
I
playground.
spent. Yeah, and there was no rubber mats underneath the
Mm-mm.
thing. There was no mulch. You
Mm-mm.
know, luckily it wasn't concrete because I've been on a couple of ones that the concrete was on the ground. So when you slid down that metal slide and flipped over on your face just bounced off the concrete.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
it just made tougher people.
I
That's the
I
way I
rem
look at it.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I still remember
yeah,
the like you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go on the slide. You're so excited, and then you do it once, and you're like, nope, nope, never again. I
yeah.
think I'll
Because the
just
sun beats on that fucking. Think about it. A piece of metal just sitting there with sun baking on it all day,
yeah.
and then you plant your ass on it, and your legs hit it, and it just melts your legs right to the thing. They might as well just put you in a torture chamber.
Well,
Literally in a torture chamber.
it's like getting into a hot car and you touch the seatbelt
Oh no, yeah,
on
yeah,
on
yeah. I
accident,
mean,
and
you're
you're like,
almost right. Yeah,
oh.
you are almost right, my friend. You are almost right.
It's the
Except for it's
worst.
20 times fucking worse. So anyway, back to the fucking stitches story. They wouldn't let
Hmm.
me go to the hospital until I signed a waiver saying that I wouldn't sue them. So I was like, I wasn't planning on suing you anyway. I fucking fucked up. I'm the one who hit the light bulb in the ceiling. I threw that pole down that hole. Probably that sounded really
I
bad, didn't
threw that pole down that
it?
hole.
it's not. It's not how I'm in it. Let me clean that up. I pushed the boxes with the metal stick. No, wait, no, that doesn't sound right either. Hang on,
Oh
I'm not sure I can
no,
say this in the right
this
way.
is
Anyway,
terrible.
yep, here we go. You see, now we're getting in the weeds. I made sure the trash got to the compactor with the device that was available to do that a million times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the one time I screwed up is when it busted me up. So,
Hmm.
how am I going to blame anybody else? So, anyway, I get to the hospital. This lady, what was her name? Oh, man, I can't remember. She drove me to the hospital. I
Mm.
think her name was Karen. I want to say Karen, but I'm not positive. Not the newfangled Karen. There used to be, Karens used to be normal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
so we're in the hospital, we're in the hospital, we're in the hospital, we're in the hospital. We're there for hours. And I'm like, what's happening here? Like, what's going on? They were like, you need stitches. I was like, okay, so can we get to that? And they're like, yeah, just sit over there and wait. Hours and hours. And by the time I went back there, my
Hmm.
shit had scabbed up. Like it was dried up. It was just a big gaping hole in my finger, but it was dried up. I was like, can I just go home now? And they
Hmm.
were like, no, you need stitches. So finally I get in the back, probably 4 or 5 hour wait. I get in the back and they come over and they shove a couple needles in it to numb it. I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, we're numbing it. And I was like, I kind of really don't care about the numbing. Can we just stitch it up? They're
Hmm.
like, doctor will be around in a bit to stitch it up.
That
Oh,
see, I mean, if you're stitching me up already, right? Why would you stab more needles into me? Just do the one needle. Just get it
well,
over
the
with.
stitching was supposed to numb me
I,
so
I
they could, I mean, the needles were supposed to numb me so they could do the stitching because the
yeah,
stitching hurts, is what they tell me.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like you just stuck a needle into me right next to the part that hurts. That probably
They into
hurt.
the part. No, no, not next to the part, into the motherfucking part.
That's even worse. So just put the
Shot it.
freaking sutures on. Like,
Well, that's kind of how I felt about it. But I'm an old man, and I'm thinking, what? I've literally bounced off of concrete a million times in my life. You think
mm,
this hurts? This doesn't even hurt.
yeah.
So stick me with these needles to get me numb.
Hmm.
And they said the doctor will be around as soon as he can. It was like an hour and a half later. I was no longer numb anyway. When that dude stitched me up, he was like, "Let me know if you can feel this," and he sticks to me, and I'm like, "Yeah, I can feel it." He goes, "You shouldn't be able to feel it." I said, "Well, they numbed me like an hour and a half ago." He was like, "Well, let me have him come re-numb you." I was like, "No, bro, just stitch me up, or I'm leaving." That's where we are right now. I'm not fucking sticking around any longer. Like, you
Just get
stitch
it
me up,
over with.
or I'm going to have this big gaping hole in my thumb for as long as it takes. Just give me some antibiotics so I don't get fucking poisoned, so it doesn't get infected. So, yeah, that's 1987 Ames department store cash register guy who did the trash. Got fucked up and never made